What's up, girl? Thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. It's your girl, Coach Indy, and today we are talking about the topic: how is it possible to be healthy and be overweight? Like, how does that even make sense? I got this question, and so I figured it would be a really, really good topic because whenever I get a question, then I feel like, someone else may have had that question too. And so why not address it publicly, right? All right. So, have you ever been like, oh, it's not possible to be plus size and be healthy? Like, clearly, if you're overweight, then that automatically makes you unhealthy. If that is your current belief system, then I am just here to challenge your current belief system. All right, so you got to be ready to have an open mind. Before we hop into the topic, shameless plug, I help plus size moms and plus size nurses be able to lose 10 pounds every 30 days without cutting carbs or having to step inside of a traditional gym. So if you want to know more info about how I do that, then give me a hashtag info down below. All right, so now that I got that shameless plug out the way, then give me a hashtag live if you're watching this live, and give me a hashtag replay if you're watching this on replay. All right. So the question about how is it possible to be overweight and healthy? Well, have you ever, because I know not a lot of people are familiar with powerlifting. Okay, so when I was conditioning for track and fields back in high school, then no, no. When I was conditioning for track and field in high school, the shot put people typically had a different build and a different makeup than those who were doing the sprints. And so, but they would be doing the exact same conditioning that it took for all of us other runners to be a part of the track and field. And so, um, that's just one example of a type of athlete that typically is thicker build. Another example that I can give to you is heavyweight boxers, because like welterweight, for instance, is like the boxer that you guys typically know of. Ew. No. Stop. They're not going to let me get my live done. But welterweight is like the smaller form, and then heavyweight boxing is, obviously they are heavier and they're in a completely different weight class. So that's another example. But then powerlifting is like very similar as far as what I'm trying to say in the category of like of shot put or of heavyweight, or for instance, football. There are those that are quarterbacks and kickers are typically smaller in shape than other football players. So those are just some of the examples. But the point that I'm trying to make, the answer that I gave the person who asked me this question, is that It's very possible for your body to have a lot of mass without it being body fat. Does that make sense? It's possible for the body to have mass on your body. It's possible to have mass on your body and it not be body fat. Okay? Sound good? So, that's one of the answers that I gave the person who inboxed me. Like, hey, how is it possible to be overweight and to how is it possible to be overweight and still be healthy? Well, because working out and eating healthy is what makes you healthy, not the amount of mass that you have on your body. Body fat, yes, is going to put you in the category of being high risk for diseases. That's completely different than having body mass. And for instance, another thing too is that okay. All right. So then the other thing too, besides body mass being muscle and muscle build, then the other thing that I was inboxing here, I'm actually going to have to bring it up.
Mom, my sister's coming with the wheelie.
I'm actually bringing up what I talked to her about.
I love you, Mom.
Love you too, boo boo.
Mom, I get pushing me away. Stop.
Is that I was talking to her about the fact that there are people that have been on their journey for quite some time, and the food that they put in their body now and the workouts that they do now are presently serving them. So it takes a year or two, for instance, to lose 100 pounds. Okay. So say someone has 200 pounds to lose of body fat. During that time, one, their body is going to go through some recomposition. They're going to lose some body fat. They're going to gain some muscle. And the way that their current lifestyle is, say that it's been a year of them being healthy, then that can make them healthy in and of itself. It's kind of like when someone has smoked for years and years and years, even if it's been 20 years, the body and the lungs start to repair itself. I think it's like after 3 or 5 years, if you stop smoking, then the lungs start to become less black. The lung tissue starts to renew itself, and you can gain better lung health. So it's very similar in that aspect of that. The current lifestyle of someone plays a huge role plays a huge role in being able to be healthy. So I hope this helps. I was not able to keep my thoughts straight due to children. Now they're being quiet, which is amazing. But overall, the point is that there can be muscle composition on somebody's body that makes them overweight, but body fat is what puts someone at high risk for diseases. There are athletes that are muscular, like heavyweight boxers, like some football players, like some shot put on track, like power lifters, where mass goes into their favor and helps them perform and do better in their sport. Does that make sense? And so the other thing too is that someone can be 200 pounds. The last point that I'll make, someone can be 200 pounds and their body can go through muscle recomposition or body recomposition. My bad. I'm super distracted because my daughter's about to pour water on my $1,500 computer. Um,
1,500?
yes, 1,500. It's not cheap, girl. This thing cheap.
No.
And so
$1,500.
someone may not see weight loss on the scale, but if you're 200 pounds, but you've been going to the gym and eating healthy, then you'll see your body change, and you'll see your inches change. You'll see muscle change. You'll see fat loss. And see, now my thoughts are flowing and I'm loving it. So what I'll do is I will repeat this live, and I'll say all 3 points that I talked about today, and it will be able to be on replay so much better. So yeah, hope this helps. That Oh, my last point. I had one more point. Is that plus size is literally just a clothing size, right? So for me, my daughter said, make sure you eat vegetables. That's right. So plus size is just a size. It's just a clothing size. So for me, I'm a size 12. When I was in high school, I've always been bottom heavy. So my arms were like really, really skinny. Midsection was really, really skinny. But I've always been bottom heavy, always had thick thighs, thick hips. But like that's my genetics, is just being bottom heavy. And you would see that in my dad's biological sister is that made the exact same build. But it's all muscle, and my kids are gonna bust their heads. Hold on and sit down. And so even when I was in high school in Hollister jeans, I wore the biggest size that Hollister carried, which was a size 11. And so I'm a size 12 now, so I'm not that far off from what I was in high school, except uh-oh, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. So my point is that plus size is just a size. So clothing size doesn't necessarily mean that someone is fat, because again, there's different makeups as far as muscle and fat on the body. Boom. Dropping bombs. Trying to drop bombs of knowledge here. So yeah. But when someone had inboxed me that, I was like, ooh, that's such a great question. How is it possible to be plus size and still be healthy? And so there's multiple ways that that is possible. Someone can still be an athlete and be heavy. Someone can still be an athlete and have a lot of muscle mass. Someone can still someone can have been on a health and fitness journey for a year or two. They could have lost 100 pounds. Their body could be starting to heal and reverse itself from that disease. And they still may have like 50 some pounds to lose, but that doesn't take away from all the work that they've done in the past and what all they're currently doing, right? So they're still healthy in that regard. Boom. All right. So yes, I hope this helps. I'm trying to break the stigma about plus size, because just because someone is plus size does not mean they don't work out. It does not mean they don't feed their body with whole foods. It does not mean that they are sedentary. It does not mean that they are stuffing their feasts with all of the things. But yeah, hope this helps answer the question. I wish my thoughts were flowing when my kids were acting crazy. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. If you would like a free roadmap on how to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without having to count carbs, without having to step foot in a traditional gym, then I would love to help do that for free for you. So just give me a hashtag free down below, and I will discuss about doing a nutrition audit with you. And yeah, so faith, consistency, hard work, even on the days where it's chaotic and things aren't going the way that you want them to. Even just a few minutes ago, I was doing push-ups and my daughter just like jumped on my back, and I was still able to keep going. So that's strength in and of itself, when you can not only lift your own body in within the realm of space and time, but you can also lift your kids up with you, carry them, play with them, have energy, all of the things. But yeah, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Like I used to work out in my living room with Jenna when she was like 1 or 2, and I would just do like crunches with her while holding her. You've guys seen have those baby and me workouts where you're like, yeah, my this daughter, she's literally only 46 pounds. She's small, but she's a small, but it's she's 46 pounds.
No, she's 50. And Dad tells me we weighed her and she's 50.
Oh, well, that scale is probably wrong. But
Mom has this.
but when she was just like 1 or 2 years old, I would just be doing my crunches with my daughter in my hand, holding her, and having like basically baby and me time. So it's possible to have kids and still be on a health and fitness journey. It just takes a lot more patience, right? So I hope you guys have a good evening, and I will talk to you guys next time on tomorrow's live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.